you.
We're currently looking at a map of South Puget Sound. The southernmost point there is Olympia, and then Tacoma, and then Seattle.
On Saturday, July 4th at SeaTac Airport, I picked up Jim and John on a lovely sunny day.
We drove to Tacoma, got on the boat. Saturday, 4th of July, we went out into the bay on the night of the 4th, saw
Boom,
fireworks, and then we came back and slept. On Monday, the 6th, we cruised to where, or did we sail?
We sailed at strong winds and manly conditions around Blake Island, around Decatur Reef. Tried to sail to Seattle, but it was too rough for the wimpy crew, and we went into Eagle Harbor.
That evening, we got on a ferry, went over to Seattle, and watched the Mariners pitcher Hernandez throw a one-hitter against the Orioles.
A shutout, not to be technically.
And we came back to Eagle Harbor, slept overnight. Tuesday morning, the 7th, we woke up and got in the boat.
Sailed past West Point, up Puget Sound.
Flip.
And
weather conditions that day were, I don't remember. What were they when we left?
Moderately acceptable.
There was wind. That was the important part. I'm going to flip to landscape here. Okay.
We sailed all the way to Point No Point. Oh, we waved at Lee
Luca. Gene, this is Lee Luca up on a cliff here looking at us. And Lee Luca is Lee Kula, who is Jerry's friend, who has a house overlooking the Puget Sound.
We sailed all the way to Point No Point and then motored into Port Ludlow.
Overnighted, and on the next day, which was July
8th,
we got in the boat.
Sailed up Admiralty Inlet, set the spinnaker, and were headed for Point Wilson and Swim Bay. But the spinnaker was having so much fun, it took us the opposite direction around Smith Island.
And
we fell off the world.
At this point, we'll point out where the Strait of Juan de Fuca is, leading out to the Pacific Ocean. And now we're going to flip page again. Are we going vertical? Oh, the world is spinning. Continue on what day are we on?
We're going the Wednesday the 8th. We went around Partridge Point, Partridge Banks, went past Smith Island where John served an excellent lunch of toasted sandwiches with cheese, ham, and turkey. Then we're headed north up the Strait of Rosario Strait, but instead, since the wind filled our drifter, we sailed west through Cattle Pass at 13 knots into Fisherman's Village on Lopez Island.
And there we stayed for 4 days. These are the San Juan Islands. On the far left is San Juan Island. On the north is Orca Island. Orcas Island. And on the south, where Fisherman's Village is Lopez Island. And those are the 3 islands we've stayed on so far. What is that? Oh, and we'd like to point out how close we are to Canada. The line between the U.S. and Canada is approximately here. On the left is Victoria, British Columbia. And now, what was
Sunday the 12th, we left Lopez Island, sailed out through a very narrow, difficult, shallow channel and up San Juan Channel through Friday Harbor to Stewart Island and Prevost Harbor, where we were only 2.42 miles from Canada.
And on the northwest point is a lighthouse, which is coincidentally called
Turn Point, which is where you turn to go south.
And then we hiked there on the first day.
17 miles.
Came back and stayed overnight again. We stayed 2 nights there,
Yes,
right?
because it was so sunny and warm.
Oh, that's right. That wasn't such nice weather. And what morning did we get up and leave? That was the
Tuesday morning, the 14th.
14th. We got up and left.
Sailed across President's Channel, past Jones Island, up to Deer Harbor, through Pole Pass, up West Sound to Massacre Bay, where we're currently anchored in West Sound on Orcas Island.
And our current plans are sometime today we're going to go to West Sound.
Sail
which
down
is,
West Sound through Haney Channel, up East Sound to the picturesque village of East Sound.
and from there we don't know. To our east is Bellingham. And we're talking about some route. What 2 routes do we have? Possible routes to get back south over the next week? Said something about going through
Through the Swinomish
a
Channel,
Swinomish Channel, but I think we vetoed that one.
or down Rosario Straits and through Deception Pass. If we can fight our way through the 8-knot currents.
And that
The
is a
whirlpools.
quick synopsis in 1.5 minutes. No, wait, 6.5 minutes of what happened.